What is up, everybody? Grant Wise here. Excited to be doing some training with Wise Agent. Today, we're going to be talking about how to convert more of your leads using both Witly and Wise Agent. It should be a really exciting training for you. It's going to be really tactical, a lot of micro how-tos, because we're going to be diving into both systems and letting you see how you can do these types of things. So we're not just talking about theory or theoretical things that you could do. We're actually going to be showing you how to do some of these things today. So I am excited to be joined by Elani. I always think I'm saying her name right until I talk to her, and then I'm not. But I think I got close enough today. Elani, yes, there we go. Maybe. Anyways, so excited to be doing some training here today and really excited just to dive right on in. So how to convert more leads with Witly and Wise Agent. Witly is an automated advertising platform that runs ads for real estate agents, so you can spend less time focused on running ads and more time focused on generating new clients in your business. And Wise Agent is one of our favorite CRM partners, and they do an incredible job at giving you so many tools and really I've strongly advocated for them to raise their prices, but so inexpensively. It's incredible what they do for the investment. So we're going to dive right into this. So we're always talking to you guys about building client generation systems in your business. And to recap, a client generation system is a three kind of pronged system. It's where you generate leads first, you build a brand second, you convert third. And today, as we're going through this overview, we're going to kind of make some pit stops. So we're going to first talk very, very quickly about lead generation, and then what happens to your leads when they come into your business. And that's where Wise Agent comes in. We're going to show you some of the CRM things that you can do, some of the tactical things you can do to convert. And then we're going to talk a little bit about remarketing. So we'll dive into Witly, show you how Witly and Wise Agent both talk to each other, and show you how to implement some video remarketing campaigns that will allow you to increase your conversion. So from a lead generation standpoint, if you get leads from Facebook or Instagram or Zillow or like anywhere, your website, open houses, it really does not matter. The most important part of lead generation is following up on those leads. And I talk to person after person after person after person that does not have a predefined sales process. And so I'm going to walk you through, Eleni's going to walk you through today some of the things that you can do to build that sales process in Wise Agent. So let's all take kind of a lead journey here together, and we'll make some pit stops, and then we'll kind of round it off here at the end. So lead comes into your business. It should automatically flow into your CRM. And I'm going to let you take over and talk about what you can do inside of Wise Agent to stay on top of those leads.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the key thing there. What you said, you're spending money on these leads that you're getting. If you're not following up with them, you're just wasting your money. There's no point in it. So having a system that will not just follow up and help you, put them through your whole sales funnel, but really something that will be automated for you. That is key. So I'm going to share my screen. And this is not, I'm not doing a full training here because that will take a little bit longer time, but we can do full training with you one-on-one individually. So if you want to sign up for a Wise Agent account, you can. We'll talk about that at the end, how to do it, and they'll go through all the training. Our team will go through the training with you. So once you get your leads coming in, and you can use any lead source. So it doesn't matter if it's your website, any of these sources here, or we have direct integrations with companies like Success Website and Zillow, and if you're getting leads from Realtor.com, it doesn't matter. You want to get them coming into Wise Agent, and then each source can have a predefined set of rules that it will follow. So you can set it up on a drip campaign, and I'll talk a little bit more about how to set that up in a little bit, but you can set it up on a drip campaign and say, I want them to get this video campaign, or I want them to get, this conversion plan. You can add them to your call list, which is really important, so you can follow up with them with a phone call. You can categorize them. I always tell people, add them to your monthly newsletter email. We'll talk about newsletters in a minute. And then this is the most important part here. This is the automation here. as well, is that you'll automatically respond to them like instantly. So the lead comes into Wise Agent, before you even have a chance to put your hand in your purse or in your pocket to get your phone out, the response has already gone out. So you just say, yes, send this out automatically. And then you can set it up with, I don't know what this, who's doing a demo before me? I don't know what this is. But you can set it up with the YouTube video. I have one here queued up. So I can come in here and say, here is, I want to send them this video. Oops. And that will go out. So this would be something, if you want to talk about who you are as a realtor and what value you bring to the table, this, you can put in your YouTube link. It goes out pre-branded with your information, all of your social media icons, all that stuff in there for you. So that's how the email goes out. You can also send a text message, which has a fantastic open rate, right? Most of us have like 100% read text messages in there in our system. So you can set it up with some placeholders. So you can actually call them by their first name. So you can say, hi, first name, I just got your request. Do you have time to talk right now? Or, what's the best time that we can connect? Whatever you want. You could include a video or an image in here, which would be something that's really important. And again, this is all automated, right? You can just say yes. And then of course the notification too to yourself. But this is really important to set up. And once all that is set up, once you've set up the rules, then all the leads kind of flow into your CRM. And I'm going to show that in a minute. I'm going to show you quickly first about our drip campaigns and how you would set this up. So you can create your own drip campaign, a custom drip campaign, however you want, however many events, if you wanted a drip or fixed dates. I always recommend doing drips. You can use one of our stock programs that we've created for you, or you can do, what I like to do is take one of our stock programs and then add your own personalization to it, right? So I'm just gonna take this video campaign here that I created. And what I would do is I would just say, after the initial entry, after the initial contact with me, I want this person to get maybe this text message, 2 days after I've received them as a lead. And I want them to say, hey, hope you got this last email, and you can go in there and talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. You can attach a video, an image. I always tell people, if you're not using this send test button, you're missing out. Send yourself a test to see that your text doesn't have any misspellings. It doesn't, the video quality is good. You want to test this. So please do that. Leverage that because it's really easy. It's free. It's important. So, and then you can, also have a preferred time in here. So if you can test things out, maybe you want to do a text early in the morning, and then maybe an email later in the afternoon, the same day. It's totally up to you. And here's an email that would go out. This is one of our, some of our content that we have. We have content, so if you want to have like buyer's contents, just listed, just sold, whatever information in here, we have a whole bunch of infographics for you to use. So you can add these into your drip campaigns. So we have content for you, and you set it up exactly the same way. Enter in your subject line, your salutations, your branding, and then your preferred time. Like I said, so if you want to send a text in the morning and then follow up in the evening with an email, you can totally do that. It's completely flexible to whatever you want, and you can create as many events as you want. So you can keep going and add more events. So that's how our marketing programs work. The call list is really important. So when you add people to the call list, it'll just come up and it'll have, once the leads are coming in, it'll show when the lead came in, your last contact date, and you just click, let me get the screen over. You just click on this little green phone button and it'll show you who you're calling. You have a click to call button here, and then you can put in your follow-up here. You can put in your notes of the conversation that you've had on the phone with them. and then just schedule that follow-up at the end. And once you click on complete or skip, it'll just go to that next person. So it's really nice. You can just really easily call people really quickly. So you can do a lot of these calls, and there's not a lot of time in between that you're spending on clicks and finding buttons and doing whatnot. All right, so what happens once the lead comes in? I'm going to show you our lead enhancement. So Grant, do you want me to use Grant at lead.com? I think this one works. I'm gonna use you as our guinea pig, if that's okay.
It's Witly.net, but I don't know if that
will
pull up anything. It's okay.
Oh, let's see.
Use gwise25@yahoo.com. That'll pull up more information on me.
gwise25@yahoo.com. Okay. So let me refresh this page. Okay. So here we go. I just typed in his number. You can see it's 214 here. I'm in Arizona. So his information came in. Did we get a picture? We didn't get a picture. But we've got whatever we have here. Well, we do have a picture. We've got all this information, city, state, all this information in here. And then if I click on this lead enhancement, it'll show me LinkedIn. I can click on that. I can click on Twitter and see what he's been tweeting about. If I click on the little Twitter thing, didn't connect on that. But I can see their last tweets, retweet it, do whatever. Now I'm getting to know this lead a little bit better by seeing their social media profiles to see who they are and try and make a connection, based on whatever interests and whatever information whoever I am, and talk about things with them. So that's our lead enhancement. And then, sorry, I gotta move all these Zoom windows around. All right. And then you can also do mass texting through our system. So this is a really important one too. We just talked about how, texting, everyone, reads their text messages. With a click of a button, I think it's like 3 or 4 clicks. Now I can come in here and write up a text message, say hi, and then put in their placeholder for their first name, write out my message, attach a video or an image, and then go ahead and send this text out to 250 people at one time. And what's really nice about that is all those text messages will come back, any of the replies will come to my phone, but they'll also come into my Wise Agent account, so then I can see their replies on my report. So if I have a team, it's not just me that's getting it on my phone, but it's also coming into the CRM. So my team back at the office is going to be able to see this, and they can come in here and see what text messages have been sent out. So, and what has come in. So I can see Jack Sparrow. We sent him a text and he replied. Oddly enough, he was like, "Oh, is this showing? Is this going to show up if I reply?" So he was excited about seeing, and talking to us. So you can see all your replies here. I can click on this contact record, and it will take me to that contact record. And here's Jack Sparrow. So someone here has a humor, some sense of humor in there. But so that's how the texting works. On the email, you can send out 2,500 emails in one day through Wise Agent. And like I said earlier, we have a lot of content for you to be able to utilize. So you can use any of our templates that we have for like holidays, for just infographics, introduction, things. So whatever you want. So if you are, let's see, what should we do? If you want to do sports. So you want to talk about spring training, we're here in Arizona. So this would be great. You want to just talk maybe a little bit about spring training and that's happening. I don't even know if that's still a thing right now. But you can maybe set up just send them a little information or an invitational thing. Hey, go enjoy a spring training game. You want to send them some e-tickets, whatever. We have some content here for you to send out. You can also send our monthly newsletters. So we have a library for you to use. We create monthly newsletters the 21st of each month. and then you can edit those. And then they, once you've edited and saved them, they're in your library for you to just send out. And they go out again, branded with your information, with your content, with your all with your information in there. And so those go out, and that's what it would look like. And so if you want to talk about spring training before your newsletter, you could add to this and keep adding content in here. So if I wanted to also include maybe a property that I want to showcase, I can keep adding to this, and I can have showcase one of my properties, so I can get that sold faster. Not that there's a big problem with that happening right now, but it's as simple as one click, and it will pull in all the information from the listing that you have input into Wise Agent into here. So if I show this, you can see here's the listing. I can name that whatever I want. I can edit all of this information before the email goes out, and it'll go out with pictures and everything else, and then a link to whatever link that I want to put in there, to the MLS or whatever. So that's how some of our content looks, how it works. We have free training that I always suggest people to leverage and take part of, because that is something that will help you build these long-lasting relationships, is by continuously sending them emails and text messages and following up with phone calls and building on those relationships. That's the name of the game, is relationships. So that's how you would, kind of keep everyone in your funnel and keep moving them through, is by reaching out to them and talking to them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. If you have any questions, I know she covered a lot there, and she was wanting to make sure she got through everything. If you have any questions about how you can do something like that in Wise Agent, please don't hesitate to post those in the chat. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back over to our screen. I'm going to share mine. So again, we look at building a client generation system. First, you've got leads coming in, and that can be from any source. You want to make sure that those leads go into some form of automated follow-up. And she just did a great job of showing you how you can do that with Wise Agent specifically. And then Witly and Wise Agent are integrated together. So we have what we call a remarketing integration with Wise Agent. And sorry, there was a very loud noise below my feet. I don't know what that was. We have the remarketing integration with Wise Agent, which allows us to really manage your Facebook ads based on how you're managing the contacts in your CRM. Now, this is really important from a conversion standpoint. So people ask me, what is a remarketing integration? Essentially, what we do with Wise Agent is something we call contact mirroring. So if a contact appears in your Wise Agent account, it also appears in your Witly account. So for example, a lead comes in from Zillow and it appears in Wise Agent, it also will show up in your Witly account. And you can start to segment and organize these different types of listings and categories, leads, just like she showed you through categories, which creates the lists. So if you have your Zillow list, your Facebook list, your open house list, your website list, whatever that looks like, we do something else called list mirroring. So no matter what type of list you have in Wise Agent, it will also appear inside of your Witly account. And that allows us to do something really cool, which is create an incredibly organized marketing experience. And that's really powerful. When a lead comes into your business right now, that lead could possibly statistically be shared with as many as 9 other agents in your community. That doesn't mean that you maybe got the lead from Facebook and it was just you. It doesn't mean that person wasn't also opting into other list providers like Zillow or Realtor.com or whatever. So what we want to do is we want to instantly start showing up and creating a connection with that person. And this integration with Wise Agent allows you to do that. So as leads come in from any source, you're able to create custom audiences and start marketing to those people in a really unique way. And so I'm going to show you a couple of examples. I'm going to actually walk you through this here in just a second. But imagine your leads coming in, kind of like the client generation system demos or demonstrates, and they go into Wise Agent, they go get their automated emails, they're getting texts, they're put on long-term nurture campaigns, they're getting calls, but then they're also getting conversion type content, video content that's allowing you to build a relationship with those people without really ever even having to personally connect, because you have automations that are doing most of this work. I'm not saying you don't want to create a personal connection. I'm saying you don't have to manually be the person that's doing all of this work. Because if you get 3 or 4 or 5 leads in a day, and then you get 3 or 4 or 5 leads tomorrow, and then 3 or 4 or 5 leads the next day, your workload is just rapidly compounding because you have so much touch work to do. You got to email, you got to text, you got to call, you got to reach out on social media. You got all of these different types of things. What we want to do is we want to automate most of that process. And video content allows us to literally, in a split second, start getting in front of the buyer or seller without actually having to take a lot of these manual steps. And that is what we're noticing is leading to an increase. I'm talking a 200 to 300% increase in conversion rates, no matter where your leads are coming from, whether it's Zillow or it's Facebook or it's Instagram, your website, whatever. And these two systems working with each other make it really effortless. So what we do is we coach you up on some video content to create, which is what I'm going to do right now. So let's say we want to remarket 3 different types of videos to these leads as they're coming in. I believe your first video should be an indoctrination type video. So we call it your why video. It's 60 seconds, 90 seconds. Why do you like to help people buy and sell property? It's as simple as that. If I unmuted one of you right now and I asked you, why do you like to sell homes? Your answer would be a great video. I know that sounds overly simplistic, but that's the reality of what's converting really well right now. So your first video could be a why video. Your second video should be an educational video. Video content allows us to demonstrate our expertise to the market. And so when a lead comes in, they see your why video, and then maybe the next day they start to see something that's educational. It allows you to start to develop this authority status within their mind. So you become an expert to them. And educational content today, in my opinion, should be relevant questions you're being asked. If you all right now went to a piece of paper and wrote out, what are the top 3 questions I'm being asked every day? For the last 90 days, I can almost guarantee there is a question that sticks out. There's something that you're being asked repetitively. That question is a really good piece of video content. That question is a really, really good piece of video content because it's relevant to what most people are asking you. So if somebody sees a why video and they start to develop a relationship with you, then they see this video of you answering a question that they have, it really starts to help you create a connection and build up that authority status in their mindset. And I would do that 2 or 3 times. And then lastly, I think the number one thing that you could do is create a testimonial video. Your client's experience, those that have worked with you, the experience they had. Just sharing that, whether it was a buyer or a seller, it really doesn't matter, but somebody validating the experience that they could potentially have if they decided to work with you. Most people need some form of review. Most people need third-party reviews before they would even consider doing business with somebody. Statistically speaking, right now, only 2% of people would be willing to do business with somebody the first time they met them. 98% of people need some form of remarketed action to further develop a relationship. And I want to challenge you to do some more research that NAR puts out. Go look at the report on millennial home buyers and how they are leading in 2020, how they led in 2017, 2018, 2019, and now 2020. 2 or 3 years ago, they were 34% of the home buying market. Okay, that's just 2 years ago. These people do not, under any circumstances, do something without researching it. Okay, this is really, really important that you start to create content that allows you to, in a very experiential way, build a relationship with somebody. And that's what video content allows you to do. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just 1 second, and I'm going to pull up my screen with my Witly account. Sorry, trying to grab the right screen. Okay, so if you come into Witly, log in, and you go over to your About section, you'll see a tab up here. It's integrations. And if you're not already integrated, you can very simply integrate your account. You just turn on the icon for Wise Agent, enter your name, and then you go into your Wise Agent account and go to integrations, hit settings, and then you can grab your API key and you hit Wise Agent integration and then API key right here. You would grab this key and you would paste it into this section, hit submit. And then just like that, all of your contacts would port over once you make the connection. So if we go over to our list, we can see all of the list that we have. And then if you go back to Wise Agent, you can see that's reflective in your contact list. When you click open the categories, you can see a lot of those same lists will appear over here, or vice versa. Whatever's in your Wise Agent account is showing up in your Witly account. Now, if you click the Facebook icon here on any one of these lists, it's going to help you, it's going to create a custom audience for you in your Facebook ad account. So we have a number of different lists here. I'm going to focus on these two right here, new leads, past clients. If we go into, this is our ad account, behind the scenes, we can see that we clicked the Facebook icon and these lists were built so that we can now target market people on this custom audience. So going back to the picture here, we got all these different lists. We just clicked the Facebook icon to create a custom audience. Now, as leads come in, they'll be added to that list and we can continually remarket to those people. So if you go back into Witly, all you would do to create an ad is simply go to your Facebook section, and I need to log out and log back in. And of course, now we're having an issue, which we shouldn't have. I'll take you back to the diagram here. What we want to do is simply upload our content as it gets, you pull up the Facebook ad section, click create ad, create a video view ad. You would upload your content. You would select the target audience that I just showed you how to create using Wise Agent, and you would enter your budget and then hit submit on your ad. And then that would allow you to post, typically within about 90 seconds, you're able to post an ad directly from Witly to your Facebook ad account. And that ad would be remarketing the leads coming in from Wise Agent. So the second a lead comes into your business from literally any source, thanks to the integration we have with Wise Agent, you can build these custom remarketing audiences and you can be remarketing video content to those people so that you can start appearing everywhere they go. If somebody goes to Facebook, they would see you. If somebody goes to Instagram, they would see you. If somebody goes to the audience network, which is literally over 300,000 websites globally that Facebook is associated with, they would see your stuff. And that is really powerful because a lot of what we're hearing today is, I could just close the leads if I could get in front of them, but nobody's answering my calls, nobody's responding to my texts, nobody's opening my emails, and I don't really know what to do. And this is where video remarketing has become a crucial element. For us, it's been the secret weapon for the last 2 to 3 years, and it's how our users are able to convert at a higher rate than most of their competition, is because they're immediately able to get in front of buyers and sellers so that they can build a relationship with them. And that is leading to an increase in engagement via email, text, social media, calling, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is how you can use these two systems to build a client generation system. Leads come in from any source. They go right into Wise Agent. You're able to build email automations, text automations, call automations, set up long-term nurture campaigns, newsletters, all those types of things. And then thanks to our remarketing integration with Wise Agent, build custom audiences in your Facebook account and set up some really simple video ads to convert those people. And I think it's one of the most powerful strategies we're seeing today. And what I love about all of it is that it's virtually automated. It's very hands-off because we built Witly as an automated ad platform, nobody's having to manually take any of these steps. Nobody's having to manually create custom audiences. None of that is happening. It's all happening from an automated standpoint. So that's how you can convert more leads using Witly and Wise Agent. I'd love to open it up if we have a couple of questions for you to be able to ask those, maybe on something that you could do in Wise Agent or a type of video that you could create. But that is how you can convert more leads using Witly and Wise Agent. And again, as we're seeing in the agents that we're working with that are using these two platforms together this way, incredible feedback on how easy it is. But what I'm more impressed with is just the results. Incredible feedback on how they're able to convert at such a higher rate because of remarketing. And it doesn't just work for them. I mean, it works for us. It works for Wise Agent. We're seeing a lot of people implement remarketing. I was on the phone today with an agent that ended up joining the Witly platform, and she's like, you guys have literally followed me everywhere for like the last 2 weeks. And finally I gave up and said, I need to be doing this in my own business. And I don't know if that's any of you, but would love to open it up for questions. Ilani, thank you so much for jumping on here and adding some value, doing some training on how we could set those types of things up in Wise Agent.
Yeah.
If there aren't any questions, I want to encourage you to go to wiseagent.com/Witly. She put it up in the chat already. You get a 14-day free trial, and they do a ton of hand holding with you when you're in that free trial phase, showing you how to use the system. And if you want to talk any more about that, Ilani, what it's like to go through that kind of enrollment experience, feel free.
Yeah. So we do all sorts of training. So if you wanted to do an individual training, we have group training. So if you're on a team or you have a couple of team members on there, but if you're kind of like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I just want to watch a YouTube video and, or I want to type in a search and just read about how to do this, or, read a blog about it, we have all of those options for you as well. So however you learn best, we serve all sorts of learning experiences. So definitely take advantage of that. And then we do our classes every week as well. I think there's a class going on right now about email and texting and how to leverage that. And there's transactional training as well, I think later on tomorrow.
Love it.
Let's see, there's a question here. For those who don't have assistant yet, is there someone on staff that can help us with everything for a fee? So if you're looking for like a virtual assistant or something, we can definitely refer you to some people. But if you're, if the thing is, I have this CSV and I don't know, or all my contacts are in my Google account and I don't know how to export them and get them into Wise Agent, if you have all on your phone, So if it's on your phone and it's in a Google account, we sync to Gmail. So you don't even have to do anything except for click 2 buttons. And we'll walk you through doing all of that. We'll walk you through getting your CSV. You can just email it to us and we'll just do all that work for you. So that getting started session is really helpful in the beginning. Yeah.
I have one more question for you, please. Because it syncs to your, like you can tell who their social media account with and stuff, will it sync in like their birthdays and all that?
It won't sync in their birthdays. There's some things that on Facebook that they just don't give us access to. They won't give us access to birthdays. But if you're friends with them on social media, at least you can at least find their account on Facebook and friend request them and then get access to that and then just manually. One of the things I think that's one of the things that I do is the beginning of each month, I'll just go through. Facebook has that whole list of these are all the birthdays that are coming up. Well, and I haven't done it in a while because I keep pretty much up on top of that. But really what you can do is just in the beginning of the month, just go in and look how many of your friends have a birthday that month, go into your Wise Agent account and add them to your account if they're not already there. If they are, just make sure that their birthday is there. So then you can reach out to them, send them a postcard through our system, send them an email, a text, whatever it is. You want to be able to make that phone call, remind yourself of a phone call. It's really important to just build that relationship. And that's what really it's all about, is relationship building. And you have to stay on top of it and work it. It's not, entering the data, that's stuff that you can definitely get help with. And then when you're on a larger team and larger scale of contacts, definitely having an assistant to help making those connections. But I think, you know, making those personal relationships and those personal connections is super important, because they know that you're interested and that you're engaging. You're there for them. They call you for the resources that they need. You know, their air conditioning went out, or they need a plumber, or whatever it is. You're the person that they think of. So yeah.
That's great. Thanks, Lynette, for all the questions. And if you were directing any of that towards us as well at Witly, we do have what we call our optional hands-free setup fee. So if you want somebody to jump in and set stuff up for you, especially building like a system like this with Wise Agent and all that kind of stuff, we will actually jump in and set up the entire thing so that you have leads coming in, they're connected to Wise Agent, the remarketing campaigns are in place. So if you're wanting somebody from our team to jump in and set those things up, we do that as well. Our hands-free setup fee is a one-time payment of $497, and we'll jump in and we'll set everything up, get a Facebook lead ad in place, get it connected to Wise Agent, make sure the automations are in place, get the video remarketing done. So if you want us to do that, we can.
That's great. Yeah, I've been in touch with Dylan. I just working with buyers right now, it's sucking the life out of me.
It's sucking the life out of everyone.
Or anything else. It's terrible. I've got listings coming up. I just want listings. Focus on listings.
Well, the next training that we do, I believe next week, it's actually going to be how to win more listings using remarketing. So make sure that we attend to that. Thank you so much, Lonnie, for jumping on and being a part of the training today. We really appreciate it. It was very informative. I hope you all got some value out of it. Go create a Wise Agent account. Go to wiseagent.com/Witly if you don't have one. I tell everybody I interact with just to pay annually. It's so inexpensive to get such an incredible platform and so much support. If you want anything, their team is incredible to deal with. And if you want our help in getting anything set up for you, definitely don't hesitate to let us know. We can have everything set up as long as we have your marketing assets within about 48 hours. So we can get stuff rolling really quickly. So thank you guys for being a part of today's training. I look forward to seeing you next week. And yeah, thanks, Lonnie. Thanks, Wise Agent.
Grant. Thanks, everyone. Take care.